Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Taking Strahd Seriously, Part 17. Today is August 20th, 2019, and you are loved. And we say that at the beginning of every single episode, every single session, because it is important that all of you know this, that all of you remember this constantly. You are loved, you are capable of love, and we believe in you. You guys got this. Important things to remember as well. We do this stream Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We also try and do Saturdays, but those are more up in the air. There's not going to be a show on Saturday, so don't look for one there. But I am going to be posting the remainder of our Guildhome Gathering games from this week. So if you're interested in checking out what happened during our charity event for mental health, wait no more. Other ways that you can support the show. We have a Patreon set up at patreon.com/indooradventures, where you get access to our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from you guys but also from the community. So if there are any questions that are dying in the back of your mind, either leave them in a comment below, leave them in the chat, or possibly go to our Discord, which is located, a link to that is located in every single area that you are able to listen and or watch this, and possibly join us there. You can feel free to ask your questions. We'll answer them as best you can. If Patreon and Twitch are both valid ways that you have decided to support us, and you're looking for further ways, consider going to bit.ly/adventure merch, where you can get awesome things like posters, mugs. That's not a mug. This is a mug. Oh wait, that's not even. It's final form. That's right. We have 2 different sized mugs, all for your drinking pleasure. There's a 15-ounce sized one, which is enough to hold a multitude of beverages. But we got more stuff coming in soon for the store. Some items are going to be leaving as well. So possibly check out going to bit.ly/adventure merch before all of those things leave. Now, with that, that is my spiel. So, RJ, who are you playing tonight?
Hello, everybody. I'm RJ, and I'm playing Bartholomew, the Human Ranger.
I'm LBHackEmUp. I've been gone for a week, so I forgot it was my turn. I'm playing Silme, the wizard half-elf.
I'm Keffris I am the indoor adventurer, and tonight I will be playing as Keffris Malrezka, the mongrel folk barbarian. Barry, who are you playing tonight?
I am Barry. I'm David Barry, but also Barry. I am playing Leo, the little 10-year-old shadow sorcerer that, yeah, he's 10. I don't know what else. You little. And he anime AF.
And he do got a small dog.
Little wolf pup.
A little wolf pup. And hey, I'm Wings. I'm going to be your very spooky dungeon master tonight. Let's get this started with the recap. The Malrezkas chose to keep Ireena's brother being held hostage by Strahd a secret, and to leave her safely at St. Andrew's Church during their visit to Castle Ravenloft. Upon returning to Vallaki, they found that Lady Wachter had taken over, though her rule had been called into question by the people in favor of Bartholomew's father, Furche Petrovich. It was then revealed that Laszlo, the werewolf that Silme needed to cure Bartholomew's lycanthropy, was dead. Keffris and Ireena worked together at St. Andrew's to alter her appearance and fabricate a new manly identity for her, Indiro. Meanwhile, at the Petrovich home, Izik made an attempt on Furche's life with the help of a spined devil. Leo killed Izik, and we left off with Furche bleeding out on the floor.
Wait, he's bleeding out?
Bartholomew slides and then casts Cure Wounds on his dad.
All right. The wound closes up, and your father's eyes flutter shut, but you can feel his heartbeat, his pulse slowly thumping underneath his skin.
He points over to Keffris.
Keffris isn't there.
Oh, he's not there. Right.
I was having a fine time making stew, cutting hair, telling stories, and then Myrtle showed up and said, "Father," and then we were going your way.
Yeah, so Bartholomew's holding his dad's hand. He looks at everyone, makes sure they're all right as well.
Yep.
So
Your
we
mother slides in too, and is cleaning him up.
After realizing that everyone's okay, Silme's gonna turn to Leo.
I'm
That
eating dinner.
was incredible. How did you learn how to do that? That was so powerful. She kind of hugs him like around the shoulders as he's sitting.
You notice that the roots of his hair have turned a stark white.
Ooh, that's fascinating. Does your hair normally do this?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, yeah. It's just happens. Was white, went black, now black going white.
So how did you learn? What was that spell?
I don't know. I found a book in the library, and I was reading that, and then I thought, let's give it a shot.
You shouldn't be. I feel like I should be reprimanding you for killing someone, but I'm kind of proud of you in this moment. That was a very powerful spell, and you did it to protect people. So, oh, and she like ruffles his hair.
Bartholomew. Silme,
What? Sorry.
look after them. I'll be back.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get the other hunters.
Oh,
I'm going to find out who summoned that thing.
you're going to come back here, right? Before you do anything.
He blinks twice.
Why don't you take Maybell with you?
Of course, I'll go with him.
That's why. And then, wait, do we have a mental connection too? I forget.
After
Oh,
100 feet, it cuts.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
I'll follow him.
Oh, no.
Saved his life. I've already saved his life twice today.
I mean,
What's
you
the third
kind of
time?
have.
Silme, keep him here.
All right. Leo, finish your food. You have to eat your vegetables as well.
Am I going with him or not?
I would love you to. That way you can keep an eye on him. And he can't do anything stupid.
Should I turn into an owl first? I was trying to be a bit more, I don't know, subtle about that, but we're not keeping secrets anymore, so.
I guess not. No, I think he's pretty keen on going right now. We don't have 10 minutes.
I can
Okay, I'll make it work.
all of this.
What is he doing?
He's like getting ready and he just mutters, I can literally hear all of this.
Yeah.
Bartholomew, as you're kind of bustling about the house, getting ready to go at some point, your father reaches up and grabs your arm. And he's going to pull you close and whisper to you. When you hunt with a dog called Vengeance, be careful. Vengeance will bite the master's hand.
He'll squeeze his dad's hand.
And he just pats you with his big mitt.
Out the door he goes.
All right. Cut to Keffris.
Okay.
You have a small girl in your arms who's just trying to pull you down and out the door.
Yeah.
And she just keeps saying father over and over and pointing out the door.
Like you found your father? You know what? Just take us. Indiro, would you like to accompany, or would you prefer to stay here?
Of course I'm coming with you.
Excellent. Yes. Myrtle, take us to father. I really hope this isn't something bad.
All right. She's gonna go running through the streets, and very quickly you realize she's heading towards Bartholomew's home.
All right. I continue sprinting-ish. I mean, I'm a pretty fast guy anyways, because barbarian.
Yeah. I think that as soon as you realize you're heading for Bartholomew's home, you can scoop Myrtle up, and the two of you can go sprinting down the streets. It is the dead of night. There is just fog everywhere. I think we aren't quite to, I don't know, gas lights. How did those lamps work when you had lamp lighters at night? I think we're closer to that.
It would be, they would use some
Gas.
kind of like, no, it wouldn't be gas. It would be a kind of lubber or a like fat or grease that they would kind of have in containers below. So that way it would just cause a steady burn over time, and you would just have them steadily refill as the night would go on.
The
Wolf
bow
fat.
also has magic. Just
Also magic works too.
In a town that
We'll
doesn't-
say it's a mix of the two. And so
Wolf magic.
yeah, there are lanterns that are lit by a lamp lighter. So you have light as you make your way to the Petrovich home, and Keffris will arrive almost immediately after Bartholomew has left. Long enough to have not passed on the street, but short enough that like it's not long after.
Keffris!
Hello? Is
Mabel.
everything okay?
And she like motions
Is that
to...
a dead guy on the floor? What the hell? What is Ezek doing here?
I'm not dead yet. Oh wait, you were talking about
I was talking about the half-melted man! Why are you saying that you're not dead? What is going on here?
So, fun story. We were having a lovely dinner, and then Ezek and this creature, and she points to the mess on the ground, they busted in through the wall trying to kill Speedy's father, Mr. Petrovich.
Why?
Because he was deposing him in the streets, and that's how mean people do things. Anyways, we fought them. Leo is amazing, and he protected everyone.
I killed Izzy. I mean, yeah, I did, but I didn't cause him to kill the innocents in the town square. That I didn't do.
Why would you bring it up if you didn't do it?
I'm just
I
letting
never
people know I
even would
didn't
have
do
thought
that.
that was you until this happened.
Just saying, it wasn't me. I just said so.
There is a lot going on. Speedy is out.
Speedy's gonna die.
I believe he's going with vengeance in his heart, which, as his father put very eloquently, may I say, is not always a good thing. I am staying here with the boy. I sent Maybell so that when if he decides to do something stupid, she can tell me, and then we can go and resolve that situation.
And no one is concerned about the fact that the head of the guard is dead on the floor. Yes, he broke in, but you still have a corpse.
Silme is gonna pull Keffris aside a little bit. She's gonna, Keffris, there is a child in the room. We are trying not to panic.
You know what else is in the room, Silme? A dead fucking body. And it's a dead body that's important to the town.
Do you want to deal with it, Keffris? 'Cause I don't know
Yes.
I don't know what to do with the dead body. Do you know what
I
to do with
will.
that body?
I will. You know why? Because I still have the
For the
shovel from the
love of
last time we
God.
were here.
I'm
And
gonna
the
start
two of
talking.
you shut up for 1 minute.
Take the body, just lift it up as best I can. This is Indiro! And I motion over towards Ireena. And then I just trudge out of the room into the back.
Can I make a check to see if I know if it's Ireena or not? I really want to know.
Oh, God.
We dressed her up
Yeah,
in baggy
yes, I
boyish
guess.
clothes.
Can I fail this check?
That's a pretty
I guess Irina's gonna do a deception check with advantage because Keffris helped.
Ha!
No.
Yeah, okay. What'd you get?
A 4?
All right. Oh, who's this? Who's this handsome fella?
Oh, I'm so sorry you had to see that. My name is Silme. I am Keffris's youngest sister.
It's me. It's me.
What?
It's I'm Ireena.
No, you're not.
You cut your hair. Your hair was so pretty.
He cut the hair.
Look, let's cut my
Tereska
hair.
is like dragging Furche over back into his chair, essentially, and is dressing his wounds.
Ooh. Are you all right, Leo?
The food was average tonight.
Leo, we don't insult people who have given us free food.
Well, I did save their lives, so I think.
Well, that is no excuse to be impolite.
That's why I'm not telling them.
Oh, I thought they were in the room still.
They are.
Maybe, but I'm talking to you.
They are. Furche is being propped up in his chair, and Tereska is tending to him.
I'm going to turn to Furche and be like, the dog's name is Darts, not Vengeance.
Leo, why don't you go wash your hands after dinner, please?
Okay. I'll
Thank
walk
you.
off.
Speaking of dogs, Bartholomew, did you take your dog with you?
She stays there. Over here to do the sit, do the protect.
To guard your father. That makes sense. Yeah. And we totally didn't forget about her at all during the last session.
Yeah,
It's like
a Russian Mastiff.
it's
A big
You didn't
Russian
have a dog last time I saw you.
bear hunting dog named Tyr, who is sitting with her head forlornly in Furche's lap. All right, Bartholomew, where are you going?
Going to the Hunters Guild.
Yeah, I figured you might be. So there's less of a Hunters Guild and more just the Blue Water Inn is basically where the hunters will gather.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you're going to the Blue Water Inn.
To my people.
All right.
Anyone there?
Yeah. The usual haunts are there. You typically, usually only the older hunters will be here. Soldarovich and Yevgeny Krushkin are two guys that they're good buddies with your dad. Basically, if bowling were a thing in Barovia, they would have a bowling league. So those two guys are definitely here because they're just always here. They might not even have a house. They probably sleep in this inn. And then the younger folk would probably have already finished drinking and like gone home by now. But you actually find them all here, and the majority of the Hunters Guild is actually here, even at this late hour. And they're all just kind of like speaking conspiratorially among themselves. And when the door opens, everybody goes quiet.
Yeah, Bartholomew walks in. He's pretty beat up.
Maybell walks in behind you, looking very out of place and stiff.
I guess I'll head over to Soldar.
Soldar is actually not much for talking, but he always hangs out with Yevgeny.
Yeah, Solar and Yevgeny. Put a hand on the bar and just under my breath go, "We are going on a hunt."
Speak, boy.
Isaac and some monstrosity came tonight while we were having dinner and attacked us. And my father got hurt. Very hurt.
Both men look very solemn and angry. They're both kind of reaching for their bows and fiddling with their quivers.
Yeah. Do I have the attention of everyone in the bar?
If you're speaking quietly, not necessarily. You're just getting glances.
He raises his crossbow, knocks a bolt, and pulls it down.
Oh dear.
We're going on a hunt.
And that gets everybody's attention.
Yep.
That's all you say?
Yeah, I'll explain to them what I explained to Soldar and Yevgeny.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy, my best roll. 12.
12. All right. Decent. They aren't necessarily worked up into a fervor, but the Hunters Guild does seem very disquieted by the actions of Izek and the guard, evidently against one of their own. You definitely get the support of your peers, and there are 3 of them specifically that used to run with you and Laszlo back in the day. There is Valentin Taminsky, who is a half Vistani heartthrob, who used to be BFFs with Laszlo, and likely would have been the guy to, take him on vacation. Basically, whenever you were talking to an unnamed hunter in any previous session that I just never gave a name to, it was him. It was basically that guy. There's also Boris Groza, who is the big eater, quote unquote, of the group. I don't know, Chunk or
Hunk from Voltron.
Hunk from Voltron. Everybody who ends with an unk, evidently. So yes, Boris Groza. He used to be bullied by Izek until you taught him that he could fight back, and the first time he did, Izek never bothered him again. He's huge, but surprisingly stealthy. And then there's Nyanka Drazkoi, who is the girl of the group, and she's just fucking crazy. Nobody messes with her. Her hobbies include carving small wooden animals. So you get those 3. They are immediately on your. They immediately have your back, and then a small group of the younger upstarts, as well as Soldar and Yevgeny, because somebody's messing with their boy.
Speaking of, I give my peers a Bloodhunter secret handshake.
It's just like a wave. You start the handshake with Valentine, and then it's one of those things where he just kind of does the handshake with you, and then it continues on like a chain down the line.
Okay.
What's the plan, boss? Says Valentine.
Find out who is in league with Izek, because there was some sort of monster that busted in with him.
All right. We're not killing anybody tonight?
Not unless they try to kill us back.
All right.
I mean, we're all from Vallaki here. We could do a trial afterwards when we find out.
All right. It's a different kind of trial than we're used to, but we'll make it work. And Nyanka's sharpening a knife behind him, just kind of staring off into the middle distance, and he's all like, "Not yet, Nyanka." She just kind of looks disappointed.
All right, let's start.
All right. So tonight is just about gathering information.
Yeah, we'll meet back at my place.
All right, sounds good. So Keffris, Silme, and Leo, what are you doing in the time it takes for Bartholomew to get back?
I have Izek's body, so...
yeah, eventually guards show up and start questioning you about that.
Yeah, I explain and I point to the windows that were busted in, and I said, you saw the way that he was acting in the... I wasn't there, so you saw the way that he was acting based on what Leo had told me in the general procession. He was throwing fireballs at people. Assumedly, after Furche had made his claim, it seems like he was a little bit more upset about that. I am a traveler. I am not used to your customs here. If it was me, I would not have killed this man. I don't do this kind of thing. And I point to like the melty parts on Ezek because acid damage chromatic orb. We're the heroes of the bones.
No.
And I just give
All right,
the
give
body.
me a persuasion check, but with advantage. Since, for one thing, your background makes people want to help you.
Yeah.
And for another thing, you are pulling rank here, basically, as being the heroes of St. Andrew's Bones.
Should roll the bones.
Yeah?
Well, it's a 3 on both of the dice, so with a persuasion modifier, that is a 3.
Ah, excellent. All right. So these guys stay for a long time, just kind of taking note of everything that happened here. They aren't necessarily blaming you for what happened, but the captain of the guard is dead, and that is not good.
I totally agree. If you need to talk to anybody, or to prove I was not involved in this, I was at the church, I was making a nice stew. If you would like
Are
to...
you throwing us under the bus, brother?
Well, you're not outside talking to the guards for holding a body.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, they aren't blaming you.
I'm
Because
just
like
giving my
for-
alibi.
For that matter, yeah, you do have a very solid alibi. And on the other hand, Izek was acting super crazy, and there is a demon here. It's just that they stay for a long time.
Just stay out.
So
Did they
long, in
hear
fact.
any of that outside?
Oh yeah, no, the window is broken. Like,
Well,
you
could
can
I
hear
have walked out and pulled Burgomaster Sun rank?
it. Yeah.
I kind of did kill my older brother. I'm like, I did it. Dude's crazy.
Oh.
Oh
I can
my
just.
God. I really don't want Leo to say that.
Good thing
It's
you're not
Leo.
Leo. Let's see where this goes.
I did it. He went crazy.
Okay.
Do people know you can do magic?
Well, I do now. I just said I killed him.
Yeah.
I like a
They believe
persuasion
you,
check
yeah.
from Leo then.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Oi, how did you know my little gift for subscribing? Where is my sheet?
You are a sorcerer,
That's
so
probably
charisma
something.
should be your highest.
I know, right?
Should be.
Should be.
Bum, 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 bum. And let's see. That is dirty 20.
Oh, that's really good. All right. So you're basically pulling rank as the burgomaster's son to smooth this over.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, he went crazy. I had to stop him, and he was going to kill a dude. So,
All right.
He
They do
lost
explain that Izek is just as much the burgomaster's son as you are.
I'm alive though.
Yeah, and evidently you killed somebody.
Who was going to kill someone else? So I'm clearly the stronger one. So I'm the only son.
Keffris is
Right.
pale, his eyes are wide, and just...
Fair enough, kid. But this is gonna go in the report.
Yeah.
I don't know what
who
else
does
to
the
tell
report go to? The person in charge? I can go talk to. I think I'm calling her auntie. I can go talk to my aunt.
You mean
I don't know what I'm calling the lady who claims she's in charge.
you mean Lady Wachter?
Yeah. I think I'll just call her auntie.
Oh,
no.
okay. Well, if you would like to have an audience with Lady Wachter, I suppose we can arrange something.
Yeah. Well, isn't she who's going to be determining what happens? Your captain's dead, so I'm assuming she's in charge now. Or am I in charge? Oh, I'm in charge.
No,
Leo,
you're not in
where
charge.
Are you?
No way. You're not in
What are you
charge.
doing speaking to
Look,
the
I
god?
can.
Leo, go back inside.
I'm in charge.
Leo, go back inside.
No.
Leo. Please.
The look
Bartholomew,
Leo gives you, if looks could kill, like he looks angry.
You are a 10-year-old child, and Silme is not impressed.
Can I
Leo,
do
please.
an intimidation check against Silme just to show it how?
Sure. And Silme, roll me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Okay, intimidation is a 14.
I got 8 plus 6. Also 14.
Also 14. All right. I want to say that this is a pretty evenly matched situation here. You see that this small boy has a very dark look in his eye, staring at you, and you watch his shadow crawl up the wall behind him. And that shadow is entirely too large for the boy it's coming off of. It gives you the willies, like arcanically.
Mm-hmm.
But then you are distracted as you hear darts bark in front of you, and then dart back into the house.
I'm going to get my dog.
Thank you for going inside, Leo.
But I'm in charge.
Sure.
Only surviving burgomaster do. I'm going to walk in very proud and strut.
Keffris, what was going on? Why would you let him speak to the gods? He's 10.
Have you ever tried stopping a 10-year-old from speaking their mind in a public situation?
Keffris, I used to do it to you all the time when we were that age.
It's different when you're family.
He's basically family anyways.
Is he?
Am I?
I came into a lot on this scene. I didn't know he was going to say that. I thought he was going to, if anything, guards, am I right on this? Did you expect a 10-year-old boy to just come up and say, I did it, I killed my brother with magic? I certainly...
I'm not paid to expect things, sir. I'm just paid to write it down.
Thank you very much for your time, gods. Is there anything you will be needing further from us?
Yeah, we're gonna look around for a little bit, gather evidence. We're gonna have to take Isaac down to the church to get buried, and I don't know what the fuck to do with this thing. And he just kind of kicks the devil, but I guess we'll take it there too.
Right. Thank you for doing that. You're doing a fine job, and if nobody tells you that, I think that's a shame. And you should probably be paid more.
Oh, thank you. And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks.
Can we just cremate the body here from inside, and I'll just conjure a little firebolt in my hand? Be like, it's
Nope, son.
Evidence.
That there's what you call evidence. And I will have to take you in if you try to destroy it. So
trying to help out.
just pulls his pants up and gets back to work. Bartholomew, by the time you get back, there is a small swarm of guards around your house.
Oh, Speedy, thanks for coming back.
Oh. This is the most normal thing I could have expected today.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. I have given my statement. I'm going inside the house.
Where's Isaac's body?
Where is Isaac's body?
Is
It is currently being carried on a stretcher and loaded up onto a cart.
Can I try and sleight of hand anything off the body that might, be a clue? Or is it just like I have to specifically target something?
Sure. Go ahead. I'm just interested to see how this roll goes.
16.
16? All right. you are able to sleight of hand a handkerchief off of his body that looks a little bit too fancy for him. And it is monogrammed with a W.
Quickly tucks it into his pocket.
It smells like brimstone.
Gross.
It's my favorite fragrance. What are they doing inside my room?
So Bartholomew's hunter squad comes in, and now, if you thought that this place was crowded before, it is now crawling with guards and now also hunters who are poking around just as much as they are.
Speedy, what is going on?
I didn't think the guards would be here so soon.
They're very efficient. They should probably get paid more.
Do you
You
not
know-
see the hole in your building?
If anything, if my dad were in charge, they probably would get paid more. But anyway. PR
Yeah,
any-
that they would, says a hunter, and he high fives you as he goes by.
These are my friends.
They
Wait,
all,
Inside.
they all take like distinctive poses that show off their personalities.
Can you force?
I was going to say Ginyu Force. It's the same other show from the Sword Coast.
It's very Ginyu Force. It's very Breakfast Club.
Ginyu Force. It's a much easier to understand reference.
If you know what it is, huh?
I don't know. What are the kids watching today? Stranger
Very
Things?
village people.
Lovely. I'm Silme Melrezka. This is my brother, Keffris Melrezka.
Bellevue.
We are from the outside.
I thought
Va-
Oh, no.
Valentine will come up and kiss your hand.
Oh, thank you. This is Maybelle, my fiance.
Hi.
Congratulations again about that.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody seems very confused about that.
I bet. Yes. Yeah.
They had a donor. Okay.
And this is Leo. I'm sure you've met him before.
I killed Izzy.
Yeah! High fives.
In charge.
You get picked up and given a noogie.
I don't like that.
Right. What are we doing, Speedy?
Looking for evidence that we can use to see if we can locate whoever was responsible for this, because Isaac is too dumb to think of this himself.
Summon question. Are these creatures native to these lands, or is this actual demonic?
Oh,
thing?
I was about to say, yes, we're all Barovian here. But I've never seen these before.
Have I seen these before? Because I'm not actually Barovian. And I am a magic user.
Has Maybelle seen these before?
Oh yes, of course.
Oh, what are they?
Oh, this here's a spine devil.
A spine devil.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yes, they can be. They're a pretty basic thing to be summoned for warfare and bodyguards and artillery.
Wait, summoned?
Yes.
Who would summon a demon here? How did they summon a demon here? Because you could not go back to that plane.
Oh,
Things can come in, things cannot come out.
this thing
Is
is.
Maybelle a demon?
Nope.
I'm a
Are
devil.
you one of these?
No, of course not. No, I'm Leo. I'm what you call a devil. I'm a helper class.
You were summoned by Silme.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn and look at Silme and be like, this was summoned?
She
Yes.
won.
The
I was talking
creature-
to the dead thing on the ground.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you meant
Yes,
Well-
it was summoned. It's
And you've summoned someone? I'm just I can get the gods.
Oh,
well, not
Leo,
here. I
that,
didn't do it here.
That wouldn't make any sense. Silme likes Furche.
Oh, you think I summoned that? No, I would never summon a demon. I summoned a maid. Sorry.
While all of this is going on, Keffris was going to go up to Ireena and just say, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot going on. I think I'm going to take a step out. If you would like to join, it's entirely up to you, but there's hunters and guards and people investigating dead bodies that nobody seems to care about. And then there's this devil that's on the floor, and then there's...
Yes, absolutely. I would love to step out.
Thank you. And Keffris is going to approach his sister and just say, there's a lot that's going on right now. It's a little much for me.
Mm-hmm.
Indiro and I are going to get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you always get that look on your face whenever we spend time together?
I don't know what look you're talking. I've never had a look on my face
There's the
in my
same
life.
look.
Ireena's being very self-conscious about how she's standing, just kind of like a little bit too wide.
We're just acolytes of Ilmater in the wrong place.
Sure. Yeah.
You're getting married.
I am getting married, Leo. Thank
No,
you.
they're getting married.
Hello, what?
We'll be at the church
See?
I'm sorry, you're what?
if you need us.
Told you.
And Keffris will just make his way out. He really does not like this crowd or the fact that this 10-year-old boy used magic to kill his own brother.
Ireena will kind of, grab Leo's nose as she leaves. Just tweak
I
it.
want that back. You're gonna end up like Isaac. Leo's gonna go home because he gets bored.
For the audio cast, Ireena pretended to eat the nose. All right. So Keffris and Ireena head out. Bartholomew and the hunters are investigating the house. Silme is taking care of Leo.
You're just gonna try and sneak home because
Why?
I get bored easily and there's nothing exciting happening here.
Well, what if I walk you home?
If you want, I don't care.
Bartholomew sees this. He'll whistle for Tyr, point at Silme.
No kisses, please. Thank you.
It's a command to follow.
Oh, all right. Yes, that look. Oh, yes, of course. I should be fine, though. She does jazz hands.
He motioned to the bone demon on the floor.
Come now, Leo. Maybell, would you care to join me for a nice walk?
Oh, of course.
I feel like every time you switch to Maybell, you look so distraught. Like there's so much going on over there.
In Maybell fashion.
Well, Mabel's just seen a lot of shit go down.
I keep on forgetting how to Maybell, and I just default to whatever Scandinavian thing is deep in my blood.
Panic.
Oh dear. Yeah, so Maybell's gonna follow Silme. Before you head out, Tereska is going to yank a spike out of Furche's side. The wound seems to have already been cauterized because it lit on fire after it flew into him. And she's going to hand it to you and say, see what you can do about identifying that.
Oh, absolutely. As we
whatever.
walk, I will do that.
I know
Burn another cure wounds to seal that up.
I know mending.
That mending only works on organics, non-living things. So tapestries and shirts.
Is it?
No. Well,
Is
No.
not living?
I don't know if that's. We'd have to read it. Do you have a spell book?
Yes, I do actually.
Oh, perfect. Well, when we get to your house, maybe we'll take a look at it.
It's a bunch of books.
And as we walk, I will take the 11 minutes necessary to identify.
All right. Yep. It's just as Maybell said. Came from a spined devil. And it was definitely summoned here. You can also assume that whatever devilish, I don't know if they by lore have souls, but like its personality, its essence is trapped here in Barovia, just in the ethereal plane along with the other wailing souls.
Oh, I sure hope that doesn't end up in someone else.
Well, Hunter67, thank you for the sub.
Yay! Welcome to the Hunter group.
That was really disappointing, Tink.
There you go, yeah!
Yeah, you can also assume that whatever like demonic souls are trapped in Barovia, just being left over from summons and then getting killed, they could probably be summoned back as their same demonic selves, which would apply to Maybell as well, which is good to know for later.
Yeah.
Whatever was going on with Izek, his weird demonic arm thing, you guess that the devils trapped in Barovia's ethereal plane had something to do that. Like, basically, you could apply a summoning circle to somebody's limb and then just summon part of a creature.
Oh, that's disgusting. As she's like looking at it.
What's disgusting?
Well, apparently, so when you have a soul here and you die, your soul goes into what I would like to call a saran wrap layer around the Barovia, and you can use a summoning circle to for just one body part and summon part of a demon onto the person's body part. Just that part.
So what happened to your brother?
Oh, no, he's not turning into a demon. He is turning in... I'm not certain what's happening with him. That's still under, we're not certain levels. But...
Yes, whatever's happening to him it's not demonic.
No.
So I can cut off a limb.
Nope, that's not how it works.
And summon another limb.
No. I absolutely
that's
cannot.
Exactly how it works.
You cannot do it to yourself, can you, Maybell?
Oh, yes. No, that's against the rules.
But I only need hand gestures, right? I can just swab my legs out.
You can't do hand. Oh, well, okay.
Is there a homeless person we can try this on?
Leo. She's gonna bend down. Leo. That's not very nice, is it?
I don't make. Is it got stronger?
Do you want?
Yes, well, Izek's also dead now, isn't
What happened? Yeah, well, it's not as strong as me, but imagine how strong I'd be.
This is what turns good wizards into bad wizards, Leo.
I'm not a wizard.
I know, but
I'm amazing.
I don't want you to turn out like your brother. Because power may corrupt, but power also accentuates what you already are. So if you have those thoughts now and you get more powerful, do you really think that you're going to be a good person?
That's something my father told me, or it was more my Uncle Ben. So with great power comes great responsibility.
Your Uncle Ben was a very wise man.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yes. And we should honor his memory by trying to be the best little Spider-Man you can be, okay?
I'm not a spider.
I know that.
I'm just going to continue walking like, why'd you mention spider? That made me sick.
You all right, brother?
Audio is super red right now.
He giggled himself silly. when we get to Leo's house, if we are not bothered on the way,
I generally sneak back in because.
right.
Wait, does
is your-
auntie lady care about me? I don't think she really cares about me, does she? The one person who did, I killed, so I could probably just walk in. No more having to sneak out.
Now, Lady Wachter wouldn't be in the Vallaki house. In fact, at this point,
mine.
the Vallaki house would be completely empty,
It's mine.
except for the servants.
You cannot live alone. Oh, you have servants. Okay, well, that's pretty much how I was raised.
FYI, a new place to sleep that doesn't have a hole in the front wall.
True.
No offense.
Leo, would you mind if I took a look around the house?
Don't steal anything.
I'm not going to
Apparently
take
it's all mine.
I'm concerned about what your stepbrother was up to. And I'm very interested to see this doll room.
Yeah, we need to adjust all the hairstyles on the dolls now, don't we?
I don't think we need to.
Well, we probably should.
We
We'll cut
probably
them
could
all
just
short.
get rid of all of them. Because it's kind of creepy, right?
I guess.
Right. All right. Well, after you.
Okay, and I'll lead them to Isaac's doll room.
All right. As you enter the Vallaki household, you find a bunch of servants who are kind of celebrating and popping open a bottle of wine, and they are very embarrassed to be found in such a state, and they they will clean up very quickly and
Don't worry.
Get out of your way.
We're celebrating Isaac's death.
There are also two very large, sad mastiffs named Discipline and Temperance. And they just kind of sit outside of the burgomaster's room and growl at anybody who comes close. But you guys are heading into Isaac's room, correct?
Yes, please.
All right. Isaac's room is dark. It is basically it's an insular room. It'd be a really great place to be for tornadoes because there are no windows.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I mean, it's on the second floor also. Maybe not so good. Anyway, it has lots and lots of shelves that are just packed with dolls, all identical to Ireena. And they all have a little tag on them that says, he's not Blinsky. And like I described a while ago, on the left of one shelf is like cruder dolls that look less like her. And it just progressively gets more and more identical to Ireena pre-haircut. Meanwhile, there's also a desk with a lot of doll altering supplies on it, and little like actual human hair that you just poke into these little porcelain heads with a special tool that just kind of looks like a hook. And his bed is kind of unmade and dirty with a lot of wine bottles just strewn underneath it. Not a great smell in here.
This is a lot creepier than I thought it was going to be.
I know the hair's all wrong.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. I think we're going to toss all of these things very soon. I'm going to take a look and see if I can find a book.
A book?
Take a look.
What kind
That's
of
in
book
the library.
I'm gonna see if I can find any arcanic stuff. Yes.
He's not that magically inclined, is he?
This guy looking around this room. Well, give me an investigation check. Wow, this is a situation where that would actually be the exact role that you would do, huh?
I would like to investigate.
Am I?
So,
I'm just,
yeah, you do one too.
Yeah, digging around my dead brother's room. Fuck yeah. That is a 10.
Oh shit! I got a 23.
Oh dang!
Plus 6.
All right. Okay. I was like, how did you roll 23 and then add 6 to that? That's amazing. Looking around this room, you get the idea. This is very like crime drama, where you're just like picking up little clues here and there. This is not a man that is very intellectual. You don't find any books, and if you do, they're picture books. Like this is not a man of the written word in any way, shape, or form. For that matter, this is not a man with a lot of imagination. It seems that he has one fixation, and it is the appearance of this one particular woman.
Right. I don't find any like leftovers of anything, not food-wise, but like no papers thrown aside.
No.
He was not the mastermind.
This does not appear to be an intelligent man. An obsessed man, for sure.
Yeah. Right. Did anyone else live in this household? Did he like to go?
The dead old guy, the burgomaster used
Your
to.
stepfather, the man who took you in.
Yeah.
Vallaki.
My stepmother, who now I think lives at the church.
Mm-hmm.
Lydia Petrovich.
And then Isaac was captain of the guard. Lady Wakta is now in charge. I don't know why. She's good with magic.
She is. What can you tell me about her?
She loves Strahd. I don't know why she's in charge. She loves magic. And she is not a nice lady.
Right. Do you know what type of magic she used, Leo?
Do I know what type of magic she used?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
For sure, yep.
Infernal all the way.
Oh.
She's...
Did you want to know what type of magic? Because
yes,
I know.
Please. Yes, I would. Thank you.
Infernal.
Oh. Well, it would make sense.
But I don't think it's her.
No. Who else could it possibly be? Did she ever visit the house?
She was actually there the night that the burgomaster died.
A lot of people here the night the old boy died.
That's true.
Leo, did you ever tell me how he died?
Well, it wasn't me.
I wouldn't think it was.
I'll just put it out there. I did not kill him. He was trying to root out a lot of Strahd supporters.
Oh, well.
It wasn't that fun of a party. It was more of an interrogation party.
Oh.
And then he died. And then the lady which loves Strahd's in charge.
Right. I think we can all assume what happened, but can you tell me?
It was Isaac.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me how he died specifically?
His heart stopped.
After eating something, or?
I have no idea. He was found dead. I'm just...
Where?
Most people, their heart stopped when... Where was he found?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. Where was he found?
I can feed you any information you need. He went upstairs after a party game, saying that he was going to go get the prize. And then they found him later upstairs in the powder room. And he had strangulation marks around his neck, but the door was locked from the inside.
Oh. Well,
maybe him being dead was the prize. Oh, who won that round?
Leo, we should not talk so ill of the dead, especially the person who took you in.
Kidnapped me more than I did.
Did he kidnap you?
I don't know. If you're an adopted child with no parents in Barovia, it probably feels like kidnapping.
Probably. Can you take me up to that powder room, please?
Okay. I assume I know how to get to the powder room. I live here.
Of course. And that's actually where the two dogs are hanging out, looking sad, but they growl as you get close. We're going to cut back to you in a second, but I want to go and check on somebody else.
Cool. I'm going to do to these dogs.
Who wants to go, Keffris or Bartholomew? I'll give you a choice. All right, Keffris, you're being volunteered.
Okay. Yeah, no, as soon as we leave the house, Keffris is just kind of like taking deep breaths, just kind of like shaking his hands out, just
You know, I told Bartholomew that I would help him with his demons, but I did not think that it would be literal.
That was a lot. Did you hear what Leo said?
What specifically?
Well, specifically, he showed up in front of the guards and just very nonchalantly, very worryingly said, "I killed my brother," and he seemed to have a little bit of pride with it.
I may be a little bit biased, having grown up in Barovia, but I'm going to be honest with you, not a lot of children here are very well adjusted.
That very much seems to be the case. No, and
Bartholomew's ears are burning.
It was a combination of that, and people, and then the hunters showing up. I don't particularly do well with crowds. Some crowds, yes. Most crowds, no. Surprise crowds, definitely not. Especially when we should get something for Myrtle. First off, she said something.
That is actually a huge improvement.
So I feel like when we left her with the Petroviches, that we made a good call on that.
Furche is really good with kids, and particularly the soulless ones.
As it would appear. I'm worried if my sister's a bit blinded, I guess.
About the boy.
About the boy, yes. He's an outsider. He's a traveler like us. So growing up in Barovia, I feel like would be one thing. But there was just no remorse. Other times where he was talking, he didn't seem to have respect for the living, I would say.
When you are a small child and the living cease to be living quite often around you, it is hard for you to have that kind of respect.
It's just very different than what I'm used to.
I understand. It is strange.
Honestly, it's one of the
Your sister really likes a project.
I guess that is one way of looking at it.
And considering her lover is literally a devil, I feel like if anyone can handle a problem child like that, it would be her.
And if not her, I'm sure the two of them working together would make mighty fine parents.
Though, to be honest, I do think that kid would chew the devil alive. Maybe she's a little soft.
She has resolve when she needs to, but she also does have a tendency to faint when things get stressful. And I feel like that would just be something Leo would exploit if he knew about.
She's like a little, what do you call them? The small white confections. They squish.
Marshmallow.
That's the one. They're like little marshmallow.
Yes. Surprised you know about marshmallows. It's very good. Just one thing off the list of things on the outside that I don't have to show you directly. It's not an immediate. There was a stop that I wanted to make while we were on our way. To try and be as helpful to Speedy as we can. There was one person in this town that we know of who had regular interactions with the guard captain. And that was the toy maker.
All right. Let's do this.
All right. The toy maker might recognize your jawline, but that will most likely be it. Izek never had, from what he said, a solid picture of what his dolls were being made into.
No, I think I would like to meet this toy maker.
I figured you would. And so that is where Keffris has been kind of worm walking his way towards.
All right. Bartholomew, what are you up to?
He's picked up Myrtle, and he's just walking around the house with her, just checking how bad things are damaged.
All right.
While the others are investigating.
She lets you, but as you're walking around, she always makes sure that Furche is in sight.
Yeah, I'll keep her head towards him as I'm walking.
Mm-hmm. She's just kind of watching him and chewing on her fingers.
Don't do that. That's bad.
She'll wipe her saliva or drooled on fingers on your shirt.
Yeah. Kids. I'm gonna make an investigation check as I'm looking around. There's perception. Can we use investigation?
What are you looking for?
I don't know. Clues. More clues if there's anything here.
Okay.
Anything missed. 14.
14? All right. The letter that Furche received is kind of crumpled and torn on the ground. You pick it up, and at first glance it appears blank, but as you move it in the light, you can see that there's kind of a raised surface on the letter itself. It's almost like it's been embossed, and there is a magical circle seal on it. It seems to be what caused your father to seize and become paralyzed like he did.
Okay. He's just gonna...
Some sort of glyph.
Some sort of glyph. I'm not gonna mend this thing. If I try to mend this thing, it might affect me. I'm gonna just gather up the pieces and throw it in the fire.
All right. Your buddies will help to clean up the house and will guard, basically post a watch to keep your father safe, because evidently now he's a man of interest.
Head back to the family. See how my mom's holding up. Dad's okay.
Your mother is pretty well shaken. And you can tell because she isn't talking as much as she usually would. She's not ordering people around like she would if she were more put together. She's really just kind of taking care of Furche.
Bartholomew puts a hand on her shoulder and just squeezes it.
She flinches.
Okay. My dad's conscious?
Yeah. But he's quiet, characteristically.
How are you holding up?
Oh, I feel like my insides have been burned out. But I have survived worse.
Kablau?
Oh, kablow.
I'm not looking for vengeance. I'm looking for answers.
He gives you a really earnest look.
That means a lot. You make me proud, son.
I'm going to put Myrtle to bed and I'll be back.
He nods. And as you walk away, you can hear him like giving a real meaty cough, just like the nasty like hack up a lung cough.
He's gonna tuck Myrtle into bed and reaches underneath. There's like this little dog plushie.
Oh no!
Tucks it in with her.
How dare you?
It's a little plushie for she like with the soda eyes.
Yeah.
Father will be okay. He's tough.
She'll just kind of look at you, and you see her mouth the word father, as though just kind of mulling that over.
Ruffles her hair. Get some rest. And I'll make sure he comes and picks you up in the morning.
All right. She is clearly not intending to fall asleep anytime soon. She just kind of starts messing with the doll in the darkness.
Yeah. Walks back downstairs. I need to talk to one of the two Malarescas. Well, Bellevue Malaresca. And, he'll head to his dad again, pull out the handkerchief.
Mm-hmm.
Does this mean anything to you?
He kind of looks at it and kind of squints and will hand it to Tereska. And she furrows her brow at it. She's, Fiona. This is Vakhters.
Lady Wachter. It was on Isaac. I guess we'll have to go have a talk with her later.
Be careful.
Me? Careful? Sorry, that probably doesn't help.
Keep your crossbow loaded.
While he's there, he's just gonna hold on to the crossbow string and just kind of let it go because it's probably been loaded this entire time and that's not safe.
Or, I don't know, keep your quiver close.
I have a knife you gave me, I could do that too.
Anything. Have a weapon. She's dangerous. Put the knife in the crossbow.
It'll be fine. I'm just going to talk. Hopefully she doesn't attack us. If she does, I'll try to get out of there.
Right.
And plus, I'll have these knuckleheads with me.
More posing.
You don't have to do that every time I, reference you all as a group. I mean, it's impressive, but, when did you even learn to do this?
Valentine, who's kind of off to doing this thing, he's got one arm in front of him and he's got his hand going through his hair and he just kind of nudges you and he goes, Bart, you never understood.
No, I don't. What's the point?
They all form out and start lining out of your house.
I want a cool pose.
First job should be hire these guys as the guard, just because. So imposing.
All right, let's head back to Silme and Leo. These dogs, they're growling.
Okay,
They don't like you being up here.
I got this. I'm gonna walk up with darts.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna kill them.
What are you going to do? Will you please tell me?
And tell them to move out of my way.
Okay.
Look, I got a wolf. Dead dogs. My wolf's better. So can I walk up and tell these dogs to move out of my way?
All right. How are you doing this? Are you just telling them?
Pretty much.
All right.
I've really got nothing unless I attack them with the spell.
Animal handling.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. I've got another plan.
Okay.
I'm going to run around the corner.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to cast Ultra Self on myself and make myself into the burger dude.
Interesting.
Then I'll walk back around the corner.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell them to move.
Slightly shorter.
No. Alter self. It says I can change my height, weight, facial features, sound of voice, hair length, color. Yeah, well,
Can you change the way you smell?
When I get into the powder room, I
can. You're gonna be a short burgomaster. You're gonna be a short Vargas.
I don't care. Let's roll with this. I just want to look like him while I yell at his dogs.
But since dogs actually do recognize faces and read facial expressions, this is going to confuse them enough for you to get a advantage on an advantage on an animal handling check to get them to leave.
Catapult.
Or to at least back off long enough to get into the room.
Okay. So the first roll is not looking good. That is a 5 total.
All right.
The second roll is a natural 20.
Nice. All right. You come around the corner and you just start walking towards them really forcefully. And you basically look like a halfling-sized version of Vargas Vallaki. You've got like the hard nose and the gray slicked back hair and the breastplate because it was a very paranoid man for good reason, evidently. You're just, aha, yes, temperance and discipline. Please move out of the way. And they do. Before they go like, wait a second, why did we just do that? Our master's dead. And the three of you are able to like, boop, 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 quick, get in there, and then shut the door.
I'll change back to myself because I don't like that. I don't like many people in this town.
All right, you find yourself in a powder room. It's got a nice little vanity with a mirror and all of the burgomaster's wives' little powders and tinctures and makeups and things. And in the corner, it's actually quite a fright when you first see it because it looks like there's just a person standing in the room. But then you realize that it's just a mannequin and it is wearing a wedding dress.
We should give this to Ireena.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
They're getting married.
No, they're not.
I want to go pack up the wedding dress.
No, Leo, please don't. We're looking for clues. I would like to use Arcana to try and figure out what nonsense went on here.
I can't believe this is actually happening.
I really want to fold up the wedding dress.
I'm trying to help, okay? I know you prepped for this. Months ago.
Don't pity me.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain LB thought there was a bunch of wives in here.
No, when he said all of his wives, like I thought he.
Then there was a break.
Past wives, yeah, and I was like, what?
Izzy has dolls.
All 13 of them just sitting here, waiting.
The dolls come to life. Ha ha! We're the
who killed the burgomaster?
Motherfucking scarecrows again!
Leo
It's
is
a scarecrow wearing the wedding dress. Oh, I love all of these twists better than the actual one. Okay, all right. So you're rolling Arcana.
I rolled a 22.
Oh my gosh. All right, so you're basically drawn to one of the two most prominent things in this room. The first thing being the wedding dress. You find that the wedding dress is just completely mundane. It's old. You're able to guess that perhaps the burgomaster's wife wore it, and now she just keeps it around because she likes it. A little creepy.
Who am I to judge their customs?
And then you and Maybell actually will work together on this, just opening up various tinctures and things and sniffing them and kind of like, getting tastes of powder and stuff to like identify what they are. When trying it on and then like, like
highlights.
offering it to Maybell and be like, oh yes, of course, that's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, that's your shade.
And as you are looking in the mirror to admire the effect of the highlighter, you see a rune on the frame of the mirror. And it's just kind of hidden in the decoration, the filigree that surrounds it. And but it's very clearly an arcane sigil. And when you find that one, you just kind of follow it to where the next one would naturally go. And there's another one. And you are able to follow in that manner, just completely all the way around the frame of the mirror. And you find that there are arcane sigils just surrounding the entirety of it.
What do they do?
That's a good question. Do you have identify?
I do.
That sounds like something that you should probably cast.
I would like to cast identify.
All right.
Can we just read it, or is it non-words?
That's not how it works, actually. Not this one per se. Some spells you don't need to read. When you write them, they manifest.
Leo, what are you doing throughout this?
Powder room, that's just a bathroom, or is that a bedroom? Leo, it's not that. Barry, it's not that suave or to have a...
Okay, you know how some houses are so nice
bed I can jump
that you basically have two bathrooms where like one, like you have a bathroom that has a sink, and then you go even further in and then there's a toilet, and you go even further in and then there's a bath.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yes. The powder room is basically the part
Beyond.
of the bathroom where the sink would be.
Okay, I'll just be standing in the corner talking to my dog because I'm bored.
All right.
I'm literally showing Silme around.
Darts is actually very interested in that mirror.
I'm going to be interested in that mirror if Darts is interested. My dog's a smart dog.
Just kind of sniffing it as Silme and Maybell are reading the runes surrounding the frame.
Mm-hmm. No, it's Osa. Osa, right?
Yes?
Leviosa.
Usa?
Osa.
Wrong.
Leviosa.
All right. So as your identification ends, let's cut really quickly back to Keffris.
All right.
Keffris, you find a closed toy shop that is actually, the windows are barred over with 2x4s.
Oh. I'll knock on it a few times.
The windows are dark. There is no response.
I'll look down the street, see if anybody is paying attention to us.
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
This is Vallaki in the dark. There ain't nobody here.
Bust open the door.
All right. I'll let you have that. You're a strong boy.
I have a crowbar in my inventory if it
You
helps.
also have a crowbar, which you can use if you would like.
Nah, it's probably with the rest of my stuff. Yep, just...
The door frame splinters as you just force the door open.
Hello? Blinsky?
No response. Ireena kind of just cases the hallway as you step in, or she cases the street as you step in, and then she will slip in behind you. You find there is a very dim light that comes in between the cracks of the 2x4s across the windows. The toys are all just kind of... It's pretty creepy. They're all just kind of... It's hard to not imagine their eyes following you as you move around the toy shop. But yes, there is no sound as you enter.
I'll reach out for Ireena's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And
She'll take it.
then just... All right. Doesn't look like anyone's home. I want to go to his workshop. Little workbench area where he would make them.
All right. You sneak in to the back room, and you find a little stool where you can imagine this jolly guy in his jester's hat just working away. And you see a lot of half-finished toys there, like a gallows that you can pull a lever on, and a little toy man will be hanged. You find a little knitting set where it's like, make your own spider web, with a little spider that will hold a set of knitting needles for your little one. And you find a blank doll that was in the middle of being carved, it seems, with just wood shavings littering the desk.
Oh. This is it, really. This is the base stages, and I'll motion towards the doll. I honestly thought he would be home. This place looks like it's been abandoned for longer than just a few days since we last came through. I wonder what happened.
Give me a perception check.
That's a 4.
A 4?
Yes.
Great. All right. So you're just kind of moving about quietly in this dark house when you turn around and there is an ear-splitting shriek. And a little creature will go skittering across the floor and disappear into the bedroom.
Blinsky?
Ireena's got her sword out.
That's a good call. Just pulls out the maul. Blinsky? Is that you? And I'll use the butt of the maul to push the door open.
You can hear kind of a little scritching and a little rummaging around in the other room. And this critter will come flying out from behind the door and just attach itself to your face.
Oh, good. Since I have dark vision, do I see what this creature looks like as it goes to latch itself onto my face?
Yes, it looks a lot like a small humanoid, but with a tail. The whole thing is furry, and it's got like a mouthful of sharp teeth, although it has a naked face.
Just, and just like immediately trying to like pull off of the face.
Ireena's gonna drop her sword and just try to rip it off your face.
Yeah, so strength check?
I mean, I guess this thing is grappling you, so...
19.
Oh yeah, you throw it across the room.
Oh, I just want to like pull it off, but like keep it like in the hands if it's small enough.
You pull it off, and what you see is I don't know. Has Keffris ever seen a monkey before?
Yes, I feel like Keffris would have seen a monkey in like a book.
That's what it is. It's just kind of shrieking and flailing, and like it will bite you.
Whoa! Just like just look at Ireena. Shush.
I don't know what this is.
Shush, and I'll just kind of like shake it and say shush.
It's just screaming at you. I don't know what you're expecting.
I will try then, if it's just screaming, to like pull it in and do the thing that Keffris does best and just shush.
Okay, animal handling, I guess.
It's like a little person. Well, that is 9.
9. Great. Okay. It starts quieting down, but you realize it's because you're crushing it. And it can't breathe.
Okay. Shush.
Keffris, I don't think it's okay. Keffris is turning blue.
Oh God! Shush.
I think it's dying.
I release my flex on it. We're looking for Blinsky. Do you know where Blinsky is?
It's just like limp in your arms, just kind of like lolling its head around.
We are going. Do we take this with us? Do we just leave it here?
I think your mother, or your mother. Oh God, Silme might be able to identify it.
Okay.
She's gonna kind of look around, and she'll find like a bird cage that has like a fake bat in it, and she'll just kind of open it up and shake the bat out, and then like hold it up.
Yeah, and just like lay this winged monkey into the cage.
Yeah, it's still breathing, but like really fast. And so she'll just shut the cage door, and just kind of look at you confused.
I am going to take a sheet off the bed and just lay it over the cage.
All right, let's get out of here before somebody finds us like this.
Do we bring the monkey? Do we leave the monkey?
We're bringing the monkey!
Okay, we're bringing the monkey! And, is there... I'll take the half-finished doll. Because we said that we were going to get something for Myrtle, so...
Great.
I'm gonna do my best to make it not look like Ireena.
A doll blank sounds like a weirdly appropriate gift for Myrtle. All right,
your own face on it.
I think that this might be about the time that we should take our break.
Yes. So, thank you for running this game for us so far. This is spooky as shit. I don't know if I like it, because where's Blinsky? There's no fun to be had if there's no Blinsky. But we are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go in a place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly stop by bit.ly/adventure merch. Pick yourself up something nice, or leave us a comment, review below, live tweet at us during the show. I love seeing your guys' reactions to the game. It makes my day every single time. So consider doing that, and we are going to try and be back soon. So don't go no place. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. And hello, everybody. And thank you, an anonymous cheerer, for the 100 biddies. That's really cool to see. And they were spooky bits to celebrate this being a spooky Tuesday. So, Keffris and Ireena have a monkey in a cage. and they're going back to the church because that was the only sidebar that Keffris wanted to do. Who was next doing their thing? Was it Speedy?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say probably good night to the rest of the hunters. We'll meet back here in the morning. I need to talk to the associates.
All right, you want to talk to the Malrezkas?
Yeah.
Are you going to meet up with them anywhere, or are you going to try and find them?
I'll wait for Silme to get back, and then we'll head to the church.
Okay. All right. Okay. Speaking of, Silme.
Yes.
You identify this mirror. Its intention is, well, I'm just going to put this in the chat, and it is what you are able to read, written in an arcane language. What languages do you know?
I mean, I can know all of them if I need to. But I know Common, Draconic, Elvish, Gnomish, and Sylvan.
All right, I'll say this one is written in Elvish.
Okay.
And in a particular script used for magic incantations.
I'm not going to say it out loud in character. I know that's probably a bad move.
All right, I'll go ahead and read what you see written around the frame. Sure. Magic mirror on the wall, summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance, heed my call, and wield your murderous blade.
Oh, fascinating.
What's fascinating?
It's a murder mirror.
How? How's it a murder mirror?
Well, it's with these runes that are carved around it. It is, I would assume, some sort of nightshade. Summon forth your shade, night's dark vengeance. Yes, I think some sort of creature comes through this mirror as a portal and strangled your stepfather.
Now, I'm contemplating, does Leo read it out or not?
Do you know Elvish?
Yep.
Oh, like you would get 2 words in and Silme would just slap her hand on your mouth.
Okay, well, I'll start reading it then.
Oh, no, Leo. Remember how spells use words, right? We don't want to accidentally summon the thing that kills your stepfather.
Okay.
Go ahead, make my day.
No. She's got the monster manual. Don't do it.
I know, it's gonna be fun.
That's the Husbando catalog. Thank you very much.
Rifle catalog, excuse you.
I don't have many spell slots left, so I'm not going to.
Right. Okay. So Silme's gonna write down those things in her spell book, just as like a reference, and then she's going to take her dagger and she's gonna carve one of them out, so it breaks the spell on it.
Okay.
So they can't be summoned in that room again.
Nice. You do that, and as you do so, the light kind of flickers, because you do have to use a light in here. It's dark and there's no electricity. So I guess you guys are doing this by candlelight.
Yeah.
Silme would have dark vision. And
you would have dark vision, and that makes this even better.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, you have dark vision as well. Yeah. Leah does.
From shadow sorcerer.
You dig out the rune, and you're getting ready to leave when the candle just goes, and it is now suddenly dark in the room. And you blink your eyes as you adjust to the dark vision, and you look up and you see yourself in black and white in the mirror, because you don't get any color. You see yourself, and you see Maybell, and you see Leo, and you see a 4th figure standing behind you in the mirror, just a hooded figure, and he just kind of looks up slowly, and he's got bloodshot eyes. And Maybell doesn't even notice what's happening, and she just lights the candle again, and it's gone.
Leo?
I'll put the light out again if you want. It's time. It's time.
What's wrong, Silme?
There was a creature in the mirror, I'm assuming, and not directly behind us. Do I know that if I broke the seal that it is trapped?
Yes, it's trapped.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
It was just doing a spooky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leo, would you mind putting out the light for a moment? I'd like to have a better look. Maybelle, would you keep an eye on the glass?
Yes, of course.
Hold on, is our layout still good? Because I know LB's camera went. Boop, 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 boop.
Sorry.
Fixed it.
Okay, I'll put the light out. And then, as I put the light out, suddenly grab Silme to try and scare him.
Leo, this is serious.
Yes. The light is out, and the two of you squeal as Leo plays a very funny prank on you, and you are unable to replicate the effects that you saw before.
Odd. Can I describe to Maybelle what I saw?
Mm-hmm.
Humanoid male, bloodshot eyes.
Oh, right behind you in the mirror?
Yes.
Oh, it gives me the willies.
Yes, well, also
What?
gives me the willies.
I could change into it. My alter self's still going, and I can keep changing myself for the next.
I still look
Hour.
like a mini Vargas.
No, I changed back to normal, but for the next hour, I can keep changing my appearance. So I can just change into it and be like, that was more fun.
Well,
In hindsight,
I think that this is, we've discovered how your uncle was murdered.
I do believe he was being strangled by the man in the mirror.
erotic asphyxiation.
Yes.
How do you know what that is?
Exactly. Exactly, Mr. Indoor.
It's very common in Barovia.
All right.
I don't need to know that.
I would love to get out of Vallaki today because you guys have got a date with a devil.
That's
so,
true.
Where you guys?
I head back to Speedy's.
You head back to Speedy's house. Speedy's
I'll go
there,
to bed.
waiting for you. You're gonna go to bed in your house.
Yeah, that's why we came here.
Silme
'Cause I wanted to go home.
Tuck you in, like actually pull up the covers, kind of sit with you for a little bit.
You're not allowed in my room
Oh, why not?
because my room's protected against strangers. It's my room. Okay, I'm a 10-year-old. Get out of my room.
That's fine if you don't want me in there.
There's a big sign saying "Go away."
She will do the like kiss on the forehead and give him like a little ruffle, and you sleep well. And if you need us, do you know where to find us?
I think I should be the one saying if you need me.
Well,
I've saved your life more than anything. So
that's absolutely true.
you guys would be dead without me.
It's
Good night, Mr. Leo.
Good night, devil lady.
Don't know how I like that. If you need us, you know you can send darts to us, right?
I look at darts.
Darts looks at you and tips her head.
Ear flops over.
Yeah.
Maybe. But you know where I am. I'll let the servants know that you're allowed in whenever.
Thank you. Are you sure you'll be all right by yourself?
I have servants. I'm not by myself. I have darts. And I'm going to sleep. What's going to happen? What's the worst that can happen while I sleep? Hooded, bloodshot, I do come kills me. He comes, tries and kills me.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm.
Don't put that into the world.
I am concerned about you. You've lost a lot in the last couple days.
No, I'm good.
Is he good? Can I roll an insight check to see if he's actually good?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
6 plus 4. Solid 10.
Solid 10? He's probably about as good as a kid who's gone through what he has gone through can be.
You sure you want to adopt me? So far, all my family's died. 2 from 2.
It's true. That's actually true. You still
Well,
have a
that's just
stepmom.
the thing about me, Mr. Leo, is that when I die, you can't get rid of me. I always come back.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a challenge?
Good night, Leo.
And Leo's gonna go to bed with a really quizzical look on his face, like,
I think that they leave with a really quizzical look on their face.
He's joking, right?
I hope so. All right, you head back. Speedy's there.
Hello, Speedy.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. That's way too positive. Is your father all right?
He'll be fine. Oh, my mother's taking care of him.
Okay. What do you want to do?
He'll hold up the handkerchief. Fiona Wachter.
Right. What do you want to do?
Honestly, I want to know why or if she did this, and then why she did this.
Fiona
We'll see from
Wachter?
there.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Speedy. Speedy, didn't you get a letter from her?
I did. She invited me over for dinner.
We have an invitation.
Seems we have a lot of invitations for dinner.
Isn't it like midnight?
Well, of course not right now.
Would you like to go tomorrow, Speedy? I don't think she would be up in the middle of the night. It won't take us long to get to Barovia. Yes?
She lives here.
No, I know, but we do need to go to the castle tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh, no, that's tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow.
We'll make a house call in the morning, see what happens. And if we're still alive, we can go to the castle tomorrow night.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, I think that your friends, the ones who pose very well, if they are capable, they should probably keep watch on the house tonight.
If they're still around, if any of them are like meandering, I'll look over, nod my head.
Boris is eating stew at the table.
That's fine.
Just gives you a nod.
We'll stay up too, Maybelle and I, for a little bit. Watch over things. I can. Do I have mending? I don't know if I have mending. I sure do. I'm gonna start trying to fix things really slowly.
All right. You do that.
I imagine we have a guest bedroom.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll
you
fix
do.
that up for them, and then head back and make sure my dad's okay.
Mm-hmm. He is resting, but his breathing is really labored. That spike probably did something not so good on the inside.
Bartholomew's gonna try and cast Cure Wounds again, but realize he's out of magic charges for the day. Just tightens his fists, walks downstairs and makes some tea.
All right. And Keffris and Ireena are taking a screeching monkey to the church.
I'll look at Ireena and just, it just keeps shrieking. I honestly don't know what to do about this. Do we just let it go?
I don't know what to tell you. It's the only clue that we have about this Blinsky guy.
Oh, God. All right. No, that's a really bad idea in poor form.
I don't know. Can't you outsiders talk to animals?
Some of us can. I'm really not the best on that whole part, but I can try and soothe it. I could sing a church hymn at it. those usually put passerbys to sleep. I don't know why it wouldn't put this one to sleep as well.
She's gonna peek in at it and just kind of like close the blanket back down and she's just like, you almost put them to sleep permanently.
I understand that. That was a misjudge on my part, because with something like this, what do we really do? We either put it in another room and hope that it tires itself out, or we put it in an abandoned home, come back to it tomorrow. We keep it with us. Just hope it goes to sleep, or that it lets us sleep.
Let's talk to your sister about this, or at least Bartholomew.
Do you know where they are?
Their house?
All right, let's see. If anything, we'll just do what we did last time and just leave this with them and then figure it out from there.
Oh, I swear to God, his father or his mother is going to make it into stew.
Oh, his mother will not like this at all, but that is why we must run away very quickly.
All right, let's do this.
Just like have Ireena like stand off in the bushes a little bit. And then do I see movement or lights on inside the house? Because I know Speedy said that he was going to make tea.
Yes. Speedy, what is your passive again?
16.
Okay. Yeah, I think you definitely hear them whispering outside. Keffris projects.
He has his apron on, and like on the front of the apron is like a towel that's like draped to the side, and he pulls out his dagger and kind of tucks it in there and holds it with his hand just to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll crack the door open and look out.
All right.
Alright, so I'm going to place this monkey on the door, and then we just
Are you going to ding dong ditch me?
What? No! Hi! Speedy! Hey! You are... Do you remember the doll maker in town?
Yes, Blinsky.
We went and paid him a visit, and he was,
Is Noblinsky.
There is no Blinsky. And this is the no fun that we found there.
He's not looking at Keffris, he's looking at Ireena.
What are you looking at?
It looks good.
Thanks.
And Keffris, thank you. Like, he has, like, a little bit of pride.
But yes, well, it was his idea and execution.
Come in.
Because it's so late, and because it's so dark out, I really would like to get back to the church as quick as possible.
We know who sent the demon.
Brother! I found a cursed mirror.
Good-ish.
Well, I found out how the burgomaster died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cursed mirror? Okay.
It was the butler.
Sister, I brought a present for you. We found
me?
this in
Oh.
Blinsky's place.
What's happened to it?
So, you know how you always said I was a very good hugger?
He's an even better hugger now.
I didn't know what else to do, so I tried to coddle it, and it turns out I was a little bit strong in my coddling.
It's a monkey, not a child.
It's child-sized and shaped. How was I supposed to know?
Just gonna open the cage and begin to pet its head and offer it some water, and
Okay.
she's just gonna.
It takes really well to you, and you actually remember it from last time you saw
Yeah.
Blinsky.
I did not.
What's the matter, little one? What did mean old Keffris do to you?
It
I
just kind of
told
gives
you.
you a sad look and then glares at Keffris.
That's fine. This is all that we had left from...
What do you mean?
Well, Blinsky's. This was it. when we went by. He's no longer there, which
There was no Blinsky. He just disappeared.
I believe that was also his home. So the fact that he no longer lives there.
Ironic.
since-
Oh, not ironic. Sorry, that's the wrong word.
Suspicious?
Suspicious. Perhaps
Suspect? Strange?
someone found out that he spoke to myself and little Leo about him.
I don't see why that would have any cause as to why it would put him out of business.
Well,
It looked like he had been closed for a while.
well, I spoke to him a few days ago.
I know. That's why I'm very curious.
Huh.
And if there's anything that you can learn from
A monkey.
his pet, yes. That would probably be for the best.
Sure.
I've tried. It does not take well to me. But at the risk of two of us that project here after what happened with Speedy's father, I'm going to stay at the temple as well. They have room for me there from the last time that we helped out, so...
Mm-hmm. Will you be asleep all right by yourself?
I mean, I should hope so, now that the night hag spirit's gone.
Mm-hmm. By yourself?
You're doing that weird face again.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what face thing you're talking about. No, just yet. That's fine. Go to the temple with Ireena.
Ireena's just like kind of poking at the monkey, and she's like, "So is this some sort of devil or what?"
No, it's it's
Also
an animal.
It has
It's an animal.
wings.
Stop it! It's like a dog or a cat, except for it's more closely related to humans.
It has wings.
It's a
Oh.
tiny human.
No, it doesn't. I didn't say
I
that.
thought you said it had... Yeah, I thought that was how it flew at my face. I've been picturing a tiny winged monkey this whole time.
No, that was just a descriptor,
Well,
an action descriptor.
I see.
It flew at your face the same way that you might fly into battle.
With wings. Makes sense.
It's hyperbole.
Yes.
It's
Hapababa.
Anyways,
whatever. We've got like 40 minutes left and an entire walkthrough to deal with.
all right.
Yeah.
So
Tomorrow we are going to be going to Lady Wachter's house.
You don't have to put so much emphasis on it.
Well, it's a W that sounds like a V. Is that correct? Wachter?
Vokter.
Wachter?
Anyway, we have 40 minutes to deal with
All
this.
right. So,
Wachter.
meet up tomorrow.
Right.
Sounds good.
Bartholomew is gonna take the silver dagger, sheath it, hand it to Ireena. I want that back.
All right.
Hi, Keffris and Ireena.
It's Indiro. Sister.
Indeed.
Flips her hair and leaves.
Silme is just like watching them leave.
Are you okay?
Do you think they're a thing?
As in friends?
No, as in like we're going to the church together.
You wouldn't do it at a church. That's kind of like a taboo, isn't it? Like a faux pas. What's it called?
Maybe. Silme looks at Mabel. Is that a faux pas?
Yeah? Yes, Sylvie. Yes, it is.
Sorry.
Go to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
God damn it. All right, next morning.
I did want to have a moment with Ireena. Sorry. Before
yes,
we
you
go.
Yes,
What?
Keffris?
My sister has left the building, apparently. I wanted to sit her down and say, earlier today, when you asked about the letter that we received, and I told you that it was that we were keeping something from you to keep you safe. Tomorrow night we are going to be going to a place where, as much as an advocate I have been for you coming with us, that you will not be able to go to. And I don't want to leave you, because I don't want you to, well, have anything like what happened in the woods initially happen. So I wanted to give you something that would help in a situation like that, but you cannot under any circumstance let anyone know that you have it unless it is absolutely dire. Do you understand?
She is looking at you very seriously, and you can tell that there is a moment of realization, and she has worked out exactly where you guys are going and who you're going to see. But she just gives you a very serious nod.
And he will reach into his bag, go to the absolute very bottom beneath his 13 torches, traveling clothes, tent, cutlery gear, all of that. And he is going to go over to Ireena, and he is going to tie the symbol of Ravenkind on her neck, and say, I can't use this. My sister can't use this. Speedy would try as hard as he could, but he wouldn't be able to use this as well. You've already shown that you are capable of divine works. This will keep you safe when we cannot be there.
She's going to take it and kind of put a hand over it, and you see her eyes close as she steels herself for something. She has an expression that's kind of hard to discern. Almost familiarity. And she will lift it and tuck it under her shirt. And she will say, I will protect this with my life.
If you don't end up protecting it, well, then we know what would have happened. Because I don't think that you're the kind of person who would give up that sort of protection willingly.
If I don't see you again, I'm going to use it for its intended purpose.
You'll see me again. That young Vistani girl was wrong. I'm not going to die. And if I am, it's going to be on a beach far, far away from here, and I am going to be looking into that beautiful sunset. And I will get to decide how my life ends in that moment.
She gives you a hard look and says, there are fates worse than death.
There are. And I will do everything in my power to fight them. Because my sister gave me something to protect, but the people of this land, Furche, Speedy, your brother, you all gave me something to fight for. I believe in all of you. Even if not all of you necessarily believe in a outsider who hasn't even been here a 10-day.
She gives you a long, sad look and the two of you will return to the church. And you will sleep. And you have a nice rest.
Can I have done one last thing? Sorry. This
Yes!
is not interacting with anything with any people. It is the doll.
Uh-huh.
I want to make it look like me.
Interesting.
Because it already has, like, browner hair, kind of slimmer features. I want to, like, basically paint the red cords on the sides and see if I can use, like, mud and dirt to make it more of browner hair rather than any of the auburn that was there.
Okay.
And then just, like, have a little Keffris doll that I will then give Myrtle rather than, here's a faceless Ireena doll. Just be like, look.
I'm on board for that. All right.
Yeah.
You can do that too. All right. Next day.
Ugh.
What's the plan, everybody?
Meeting
at
up
my
at Speedy's
place.
house.
Yes.
All right. We're going to cut directly to that. Everybody's at Speedy house.
Well, that was a lovely breakfast, Abel. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Speedy?
He's coming down the stairs from checking it. Dad gotten better, gotten worse.
Your dad?
Yeah.
He's in about the same state, which is to say stable, but worse for wear. He makes weird noises when he breathes.
Just gonna put another cure light wounds on that and hope that helps a little bit.
Could this be a curse type thing? Does that occur to me?
You can examine him and find that it is not a curse. It's just he has been injured on the inside in a way that only time can heal.
Okay. Keffris, so glad you're here.
Morning,
How was
sister.
your night?
It was good. I actually spent it making something for our dear friend, Little Miss Myrtle. Because she had a big day. She said something yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
She said father. So, when we went to Blinsky's, I managed to pick this up for you. And it is just this little crudely carved Keffris doll out of the other doll, out of, like, the base doll that it was.
This interests Myrtle.
See? And, like, Keffris will, like, stand next to it and, like, make his arms look, like, equally as floppy. And he leans down and he says, we made this for you because you were so brave yesterday. You ran through the street, you knew who to go to, and you spoke. So thank you.
She will take the doll from you and kind of look at it and run her fingers over the arms and stuff. She'll look back at you and then walk over to Furche and kind of hand it to him and then point at you, and Furche will smile.
And then I look back at my sister with, like, a pseudo self-satisfied look. Just like...
Silme indulges you.
Bartholomew leans over to Silme and goes, your brother is, what do you Daylanders call it, a dork?
Yes, he is, but he's my dog.
I prefer the term sentimental.
That's true. Come on, Capricorn, it's time to go.
Yep, yes it is. Where are we going? The Lady Walkers?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. That sounds absolutely keen.
Simple and keen.
Some would say.
God.
So, as we're walking, what are our intentions, Speedy? Are we going to murder her?
No, maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
What are our intentions?
Citizen's arrest, put her on trial, well, with the evidence we have.
Right. Cursed Mir, Isaac's arm.
Handkerchief that was on,
Right.
on Isaac.
Right. Demon summoning. Yes, if I can get into her house and I can find her...
Wait, hold up. Is it... Mabel, didn't you say it was a devil?
No, it was just a demon. Oh, it's a devil?
It was a devil, yes.
Oh,
No,
yeah, it's a
that
bone
one-
devil.
No, that one was a spined devil. Bone devils, oh, those are bigger and meaner.
Oh.
All right, because I know that people who deal with devils usually make contracts, but people who deal with demons are usually just sort of nutso. So...
Wait, how do you know that?
I've read books too.
There are some who go both ways.
This conversation is either about sexuality or demons.
It was about demons, but now you've made it about sex, Speedy, so let's just get on with this.
I don't know, you guys are giving me eyes.
That's just our stream in a nutshell. Ireena's here too. She's coming.
All right, cool.
Because she promised that she would help Speedy deal with his demons. And now that's literal, so if she can do that with a sword, then all the better.
Yeah, so we're geared up, ready to go.
Yes. Should I introduce myself first?
Yes.
Speedy, I'm just gonna let you, I'll talk because I tend to do that, but you will set the pace as far as what I'm going to say and how rude I'm going to be.
One last
Yes.
thing, sister. When
Yes.
you were introducing me yesterday to Speedy's friends,
Uh-huh.
Bellevue.
Oh. Right. Sorry. It's new.
Indiro.
Indeed, Indiro. Indiro, and...
Was the name your idea? Points over to Keffris.
No. All her.
What was Keffris' new last name?
Bellevue.
Bell.
Like the view from a bell tower that was being rung.
Gross.
Sanctuary!
Yes, we go there.
All right,
I'll just-
you go there. So, Wachter House is in the richer district. And as you are walking down the streets, you will find that there are quite a few people who seem to have a similar, how should I say, fashion sense. Just a lot of people who like to wear red robes around here, evidently. And Bartholomew, that's kind of a new thing. You haven't noticed that before. And you start approaching Wachter House, and you've seen this before, Speedy. It's got a garden out in front of it, and otherwise it's a very nicely built, if old, kind of German style cottage. I know German is not a thing here, but it is like very clear that this is her aesthetic. So that's what we're going with. If anybody's seen Attack on Titan, like that kind of like white building with the wooden beams, this house seems disgusted with itself. It's got a slouching roof that hangs heavy over furrowed gables and moss-covered walls that sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice actually groan. Only then do you realize to which extent the house hates what it has become.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if this house is alive? Because, bitch, I ain't doing that again.
Had problems with that before.
While she's doing that, Bartholomew looks to his blood hunter friends and points off in different directions for them to sneak it in.
Yep. They give you eyebrows and they go and position themselves in good places to run in if they are needed. You've got some snipers.
16.
16?
Mhm.
All right. This house stinks of magic. but the house itself is not living.
Solid.
This is just kind of a curse of Strahd thing. They make a big emphasis on personifying things that aren't not necessarily living.
Can I catch the whiff of brimstone?
Yeah, you can. I won't even make you roll for that. Like, nowadays, Wachter isn't even trying to hide her magic. So, like, she might as well have a neon sign outside of the house that says, summoning happens here.
Summoning happening now.
In progress. Hot now. Like Krispy Kreme. Okay, so, who is heading this off?
I am.
All right.
I'll be behind my sister.
Maybelle will knock on the door for you.
Of course.
And Ireena will stand next to Keffris. And Speedy is...
Next to Silme, if there's space.
Okay. The door opens, and Silme, you recognize the man opening the door. It's kind of a skeevy, slimy-looking man, and he's the one who gave you the letter inviting you to Wachter House.
Hello.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, I was invited.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go see if the lady wants to see you. Quite a retinue you've got here.
Yes, I have people that are with me, as do most nobles.
Yeah. That seems about right. Walk this way. And he will turn around and will kind of like almost sarcastically wave you into the building and will bring you into the landing. And he's all like, we already have a guest, but I'm sure the lady will be happy to see you.
Yes, thank you.
I'll be right back.
As soon as he leaves, I'm like looking around for stuff.
Okay, great. Yep, there is a set of stairs that goes up. There is a nice little...
Did he leave us in the entryway?
Not necessarily the entryway. He takes you all the way into the sitting room.
Okay, cool.
You can see off to the left there's a dining table, and you can see off to the right there is some nice sofas and things around an unlit fireplace. And whilst you're looking around, he will actually come back and be all like, yeah, the mistress will see you.
Thank you. I give Speedy a quick look, like, we're still good?
He'll nod his head.
All right. He will walk you over to a door in the dining room and open that up and wave you in. And you will see that there is a very nice sitting room with couches just kind of surrounding the area. There's doilies on all of the furniture. There's little tables with a tea set set up on there. Lady Wachter herself is sitting on a couch, and across from her, swinging his legs and holding a teacup, is Leo.
Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna look to the butler, like, you're supposed to introduce me.
Yeah, okay. Lady Malrezka, and he just kind of like looks at the rest of you guys, and then like you see very clearly on his face, he's just like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. And he just goes, and guests. And he will excuse himself.
Thank you for your invitation.
By which I mean he just leaves.
Yeah.
Lady Malrezka. You're very hard to get a hold of.
I'm sorry, it's been a quite hectic week for us.
Indeed. Please sit, everyone.
I would like to sit. Cross my ankles.
Speedy has pulled his hood down. He's indoors.
Keffris didn't have a hood on, but at this point, if he still has Ireena's like nicest looking blue scarf, he just sort of adjusts it a little bit, like does his best to like turn it into like an ascot kind of thing.
I'm a fancy boy.
He may look like a
and
monster, but outwardly he is still a gentleman.
Ireena's doing the emo Peter Parker thing, where she's like pulled her hair down like over one eye. And she will just sit next to Keffris and try to look tough. Man spread.
Yes, and your letter was very kind. I'm terribly sorry for your loss. He was your brother-in-law, am I correct?
No, that is not correct at all. I have no relation to Vallakovich.
Oh, well.
The Wachters do have a very prolific family.
Do they?
You might even say that we have a greater claim to the burgomastership than any other family.
I'm right here.
I'm sorry, I don't know the customs of your land very well yet, so I have no comments as far as burgomastership and such.
Oh, it's very simple. The customs of the land are the customs of the lady.
Of Strahd?
Yes, for you see, she is the land.
Yes, she is the holder of the land, yes. From what I understand.
Indeed.
Bless you. Was that Tyler?
Sorry.
Oh, this is awkward. And, she will kind of snap her fingers, and a imp will appear on her shoulder. That's just kind of rubbing its nose. Bless you, Majesto. This is a joke I like to tell.
Very funny. You deal in magic, in summoning of creatures from the abyss, yes?
As you do as well, I can see. She just kind of nods to Maybell.
Does Maybell look uncomfortable by this?
She's just kind of regarding Wachter with a squint.
Mm-hmm.
She has dealt with the type that will summon people like her.
Yeah.
Before. She is taking this very seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have dabbled in all aspects of magic, I like to think. But obviously not as much as you have. This is very impressive. I saw the work you did with... Oh, I'm assuming that you did with Isaac.
Oh, you recognized my handiwork.
Well, there aren't many people in this area that could do something like that.
No, there are not.
Mm-hmm. I find it fascinating that you can pinpoint one part of a human body to transmutate in a way to demonic or devilish.
Yes, that's actually a very interesting prospect. You see, I had to do it while he was passed out drunk. I do not think he would have tolerated such a thing if he was not aware, or if he was aware.
Right.
There is the scraping of a chair as Bartholomew stands up, and he points his crossbow at Fiona Wachter. Lady Fiona Wachter, did you summon a devil to attack my father?
We were getting there. Speedy.
This is exciting. Leo's going to lean forward.
She's going to stir her tea and look up at you. It is a very interesting theory, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline. You see, Isaac, he's not right in the head. And I do believe the poor boy, he had just lost his father. I do believe he's gone mad.
Okay, insight check.
I also would like to insight check this.
As they're doing that, Silme will say, "Oh, went mad. He is currently dead."
Oh, how terrible.
22.
Oh,
She's full of shit.
I'll toss her handkerchief out in front of her and just let it like drop onto her teacup.
it's going to stain.
I know
Very
what else is going to
interesting.
stain if she does not come with us.
It's very interesting. What did you find out?
Killed someone before, Speedy.
It was on Isaac.
I'm not surprised. I am the burgomaster, and he is the captain of the guard. We do interact.
You're the only spellcaster I know here that is probably powerful enough to summon something like that. And with your talk of replacing his arm with something demonic, and did Silme tell us about the evidence is mounting, Lady Walker?
And who will believe you?
Don't believe me. I'm the burgomaster's last living heir.
It's not how it technically.
Kind of looks off into the distance, and then looks down at you, Leo. What are you talking about?
Well, he is the adopted child of the burgomaster, which would in turn make him, if I am assuming that your laws are like ours, the correct heir to the burgomaster throne.
Burgomaster was as much my father as he was Isaac's.
Yes, and Isaac did not have any claim to the burgomastership either.
Yeah, but if you're found trying to kill people, there's only one person left.
I remember the succession of burgomasters, like how it works.
Yeah, typically it is a bloodline thing, but it has become, like, adopting children is a fairly recent development. This is very modern. And there have been pushback from families like Walker to going away from bloodlines and respecting adoptions as a,
So it's like
acceptable heir.
it's like a 50-50 camp then. Some people say, yeah, we can give it to the next person who's their child. Some people
Well, I believe if there is confusion, is there a council that we can summon, or is it left up to the people who they would like to pick?
I think summon's the best word to use, right?
Yeah, I'm on the hunt with this one.
The people will defer to the people who are in charge, as they always have. She's going to start stirring her teacup, just kind of as a nervous habit, and it just kind of clinks and clanks as she does so.
If I notice her start casting a spell, I'm going to do something.
Okay. I see you saw that movie as well. No, she's not doing that. She just kind of looks down into that teacup as she's talking, and she says, "The Wachters have been loyal to the Zarovich line since before they even came to Barovia. I have learned the speech of demons and raised the undead. I have made a pilgrimage to the Amber Temple. I have dark power within me that you could never comprehend."
Oh, I think I could actually.
Leo's going to chuckle a little bit.
You see, I've seen power like yours. I've seen a demon, a devil, be melted by such power last night, I believe. But it's not my power that you must worry about.
Hello.
Are you talking about little Leo? She's going to look like in Leo's eyes, and that smile will melt away, and there is just utter hatred and coldness there.
Can I return the look?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I need to roll for it, or am I just returning it?
Yeah, you guys are just kind of glaring at each other. And as she's glaring at him, she will say to Silme, "Why is it that my lady has taken notice of you?"
Maybe she likes my hair.
But with all of my accolades and all of my effort, what do I need to do for her to finally take notice of me? When will she look upon my loyalty and my works and smile? And then she's going to stand up and start making arcane sigils.
Oh, I'm gonna double tap her.
All right. Roll initiative.
Yeah. Bam, bam,
Oh.
ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Sorry.
Oh, this is actually really good. I got a 19.
We have been here for less than 2 days total, and in that time, 3 public figures will have died.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Hi.
Burgomaster, not your dad. Lady Voctor, not your dad. And Izek, not your dad.
All right.
Has Speedy killed anyone before? Or only animals? Like, have you taken a human life?
Why does that matter?
Just wondering.
Thank
It's
you.
not an easy thing to take.
What's your initiative?
I got a 19 as well, but I have a +6 to my bonus.
I got a +3, so it's faster than me.
19 for Speedy. Keffris.
Keffris got a 12.
All right. And Silme.
Oh, 9.
All right.
Oh, you fell down.
So what you're saying to Leo? Oh, you fell down.
Oh no.
Trips over his own.
It was to
size.
Maybell.
Oh dear. Oh jeez.
Did you bring the monkey?
No.
I only remember screaming back at it when it screamed at me.
All right, Speedy, you're at the top of the round.
I'm gonna triple tap her.
Lady Wachter stands up, and there is a very clear image of her just like pulling a magic circle out of the air. Like it's very Doctor Strange, except it's all in red.
Ooh, no, do not like that. Does a 19 hit?
19 will hit.
9 points of piercing damage plus natural 20. 9 points of piercing damage. And then does a 14 hit.
Yes. She's not wearing any armor.
Oh, okay. That's 6 points of piercing damage for 18. 21 total.
All right. You do that. Leo, you're next. She takes 3 crossbow bolts, just in various parts of her body, like one in the hip, one in the shoulder, one in the side, and she winces and blood begins to pour from her wounds, but she has a very cold, hard look in her eyes.
I will just do a level 2 chromatic orb.
Just a level 2.
I've got to save my level 3s. So this is a... I'm just going to actions. +6, which is... That's a 10.
A 10. That will hit.
Oh!
No armor. No armor.
Armor.
I don't have armor, and I got 13. And let's get... What options do I have? I don't want to... Let's go lightning. I really want to zap this bitch. That's 7, 1, 4, so that's 12, and it was level 2, so it's 1 more. That is an 8. That is 20 lightning damage.
Jeez.
She deserves something different than this. But yeah. And then if she goes to finish casting a spell, I will use my reaction to counter spell. So, I'm the big bad guy in this town, people. I'm in charge. But yeah, that's my turn.
All right. How much? I'm sorry. How much damage was that?
20.
20 even. Okay. And what kind of damage is it? Is it acid?
That
again?
was lightning. I wanted to light her up.
Lightning. All right. So that lightning bolt will, like, you guys literally see her skeleton appear briefly. And her eyes kind of flutter and she falls to the ground. And there is the smell of singeing hair as she does so.
I was holding back, guys. I swear I did not mean to kill her.
If we're out of initiative, I'm gonna make a medicine check on her.
Were you doing this with lethal damage?
It's magic.
I can't do non-lethal with crossbow bolts, so
I see. Okay. You kneel down to check on her. And she is her skin is charred and you can see that there is burns and scarring from where the lightning spiderwebbed across her flesh. And her hand actually comes up and grabs yours. And she will lean into you and whisper, "She will smile." And she dies.
I'm gonna go back to my cup of tea and sit back down.
Speedy?
Okay.
he shakes his head. She's dead. I can't heal the dead.
All right.
Oh, sorry, pinky out.
I'm going to start looking around and seeing if there are Keffris. I need to find all of her magic things. Please help me.
He just looks at Leo, shakes
My hair
his
go
head
more white?
a little bit,
Of course it does.
Yes.
and he will say, Indira, would you like to help? You seem like you're probably better at searching for things than I am.
Yes. Let's do
Okay.
that.
And then, yeah, I'll help Silme look for magic things.
Sorry, Speedy.
We could have used her alive.
But now we
I don't-
can't worry. No need to worry.
No, you don't understand, Runt. When someone is alive, they can talk.
Just really call me Runt. After I just...
Speedy, darling, will you give me a hand, please?
Okay.
Skip.
Death stare, Speedy.
Darling, I need you to find anything with an arcane sigil on it, and please put it in the center of the room. Do not read anything aloud, okay? Do you promise me? Pinky promise?
I promise.
Pinky promise.
I promise.
Leo, please, for me,
No, I said I promise.
will you pinky promise me?
I think you promise.
Thank you.
Bad things I said I don't.
Oh,
Bad things happen if you break a pinky promise. I'm not an idiot.
He's gonna pull the tablecloth off, throw it over Lady Walker,
Mm-hmm.
let out a really loud whistle.
Am I taking the blame for this death? Look
Speedy
at
should
everyone.
probably not mention that you killed her, okay?
Hunters like meerkats come popping out of bushes and will come into the house. And the guy that answered the door,
Well, let's put it this way. Valentine comes up to you, Bartholomew, and he's all like, "Hey, so I saw a guy start running. Like, do you need me to?"
Speedy draws a line over his throat.
Gotcha. And he will disappear.
Oh, hey, Valentine.
Eh?
Out of sight, out of mind.
Gotcha.
So yeah, my investigation is an 18.
All right.
Does this mean I'm in charge of the town?
No.
Things you find in Wachter's home. A library filled with occult books and also cats. Lots and lots of cats.
Sacrifices.
Other things you find in Wachter's home. A pentagram in the basement. More things you find in Wachter's home. A corpse on her bed.
How old?
Very.
Freshly dead?
No.
Solid.
With
Her
some
husband?
Yeah. No, with some investigation, you can tell that she had been casting gentle repose on it for probably a very long time. And when she died, that no longer took effect.
Gross.
Well, the good thing about gentle repose is it takes it back to its natural sort of thing, and then it starts decaying all over again. Yay.
These are things you find in Wachter's home.
I am going to break the pentagram in the basement so that it cannot be used.
All right. The pentagram in the basement, you are able to discern that is actually a fake.
Really?
Yeah.
Are all of her books fake?
No, the books are real.
Oh.
Pentagram in the basement just seems to be for show.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
For whatever reason.
Huh. That's not even right. Look, Maybell.
Huh! Oh, this is actually quite offensive.
Yes, is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, good job, Leo. I'm very, very proud of you. You found books, yes?
Yes.
Can you take me to them, please?
If I found any really super amazing, awesome looking books, could I have hid them? And just put the basic, non-super cool stuff out?
Sure.
I'm selfish.
What sort of books are there?
Well, a lot of stuff about basic magic, but you do find some advanced stuff here as well.
Interesting. Anything I can pocket? Or I'll probably pocket all of it, actually.
You can pocket all of the good stuff. And basically, I want you to write down in your inventory from Wachter's library. And we will be able to reference that at a later time if you so choose.
Okay. Any scrolls that I can learn as a wizard, just out of curiosity?
It turns out that Lady Wachter had, she was closer to religious spellcasting than she was magical spellcasting.
Can I tell which devil she worshipped?
Oh,
or is it just Strahd?
It was mostly Strahd.
Solid. Does it seem like she got her power from Strahd?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But you do remember she said something about the Amber Temple and how she made a pilgrimage there.
Oh, do I know what that is?
No, hasn't been mentioned to you before.
Okay. I will make note and try and find that maybe in one of her journals.
Okay. What is your plan for the rest of the day? And for the rest of Vallaki, essentially?
Rule with an iron fist.
All right, Leo. Leo.
Yes.
I think it would be a good idea for Speedy's father, when he is recovered, to help you rule the city. Yes?
The face, I'd be the mind.
Yes. Perfect.
Is this really an attitude you want to be instilling on a 10-year-old?
We're going to come back tomorrow, or tonight, late. Probably tomorrow, because we don't want to travel on the road. We're going to come back tomorrow, hopefully, and we can talk more about this. But I think for now, people will be mourning, and we should be conscious of that, and kind to them. And I would rather if you didn't tell everyone you murdered people. Just, for me.
Now, would Leo have any idea of why everyone was wearing those red robes outside this house?
Oh yeah, they're cultists for sure.
Yeah. I'll just give them a heads up that they may be angry.
Cultists of...
Strahd cultists. Remember there was a little fight outside when Izzy went cray-cray?
Oh, yes. Yes. What should we do about that, Speedy Keffris?
I will have to talk with my father for one, but...
I'll escort you past the cultists because I am a badass.
If anything, I'll have to ask the next head of guard if they can double up patrols on the street, just in case there's any riots.
Do you think that the hunters could aid them?
I mean, you get enough wine in anyone, they'll say yes.
We don't want them drunk on the job. That doesn't sound like they'd do it effectively.
That's how we work best.
But there's not a lot of wine.
I'm joking.
Ireena's gonna speak up. I will keep an eye on things while you are gone.
That is the better idea. Leo, I would like you to listen to Irene. You know it's Ireena.
There's room at my house for people to stay.
Exactly. And she has experience running a town, her father and her brother. So maybe she can teach you how to be a good leader if you're okay with that, Ireena.
She looks down at Leo.
Most innocent look in my eyes.
She's going to open up her mouth and just go, and then put your nose back on.
Got my nose back. I don't have to kill you. Haha. Jokes.
She's going to turn around and look at Bartholomew. Cute kid.
I guess. Subjectively? Which one's right?
Just say them both.
Barovia looks good on him.
He's thinking well.
Shall we get on our way? We could stop into Barovia proper. No. We're not going through Barovia.
We're going straight to the castle.
Right. Is there anything we should get before we go there?
Do I have to wear a suit?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you need any money? I have funds.
We shouldn't need any money if we were invited.
Well, I mean, that's true. However, we are running low on funds and we need to pay Speedy.
I have 80 Electrum on me. I will hand to you guys. And I can raid my house.
Right. Well, I mean, if you are interested in passing that off, I will absolutely hang on to that for you. And when you need it, you let me know. And I will give it back. Okay?
And in that case, how about we all have a drink before you go?
Yes.
No.
Well, he can have a sip.
We'll water it down.
I am in charge of this town now. I can do what I want.
You keep saying that like you know what it means to be in charge of something, but I don't think you actually do know what it means to be in charge of something.
He's in
Survival
charge
of the fittest, and I've survived the longest.
No.
Keffris just keeps on making the most concerned face.
I do have a wineskin, but if you want to be a bit more ceremonial, we can always head to the Blue Water Inn.
That's fantastic. And you all will go to the Blue Water Inn and have a drink together. And as you do so, there is a definite feeling that Ireena feels like she's not going to see you again. And that is where we will leave off this week.
Can I say one thing to Ireena before we go?
Yes.
If we make it back, and this is off to the side. When we make it back, we will have a discussion about you and my brother. But for now, she kind of puts her hands up and like walks away.
Ireena, I have to show you the perfect wedding dress.
Cut to black.
Oh, before we do leave, Speedy hands out his hand for his dagger.
Oh yeah, gets a silver dagger back.
Yeah. Then he hands her his necklace. I want that back. And he'll walk past to the Malrescas. Bellevue Malresca.
We'll have a festival when you return.
No festivals.
Wedding festival.
Nope.
Planning.
It is impossible to end anything with you here. All right.
Isn't it though?
Oh, is this what it's like?
Yes.
All right.
They killed me off multiple times.
And that is where we will leave off.
Yes, so I would like to say thank you, Danae, for running this incredible game for all of us every week that we can. Where can we find you? What do you do?
My name's Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and stuff on this channel. You can also find me here on Mondays playing Coriander the Eladrin Paladin, or here on Tuesdays running Curse of Strahd. It's a very spooky good time. Next week, Castle Ravenloft. DanaeKeener.com.
Oh, yay. RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter. You can also catch me here on Monday as Kalen, the Sharadokai Cleric. Tuesday as Bartholomew. Of course, you knew that. I'm also helping out over at the Open Adventures Club channel. Yeah, so check them out. They stream also on Mondays. I'll be over at Pro Restarts channel with LBHackEmUp, 8 p.m. EST. We're playing our Phase Cypher System game. Yeah, that's it. DanaeKeener.com.
All right, and Barry, where can we find you? What do you do?
You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Barry. Whenever Leo makes an appearance here, I am here on Tuesdays as everyone's favorite, most innocent little 10-year-old boy who's done nothing wrong. And everyone loves. Wednesdays, I am running. It is Wednesdays, I'm on it, correct? Yes. Ghost of Saltmarsh on my channel. They are about to explore. Well, they're trying to find an abandoned boat. And I may be joining another channel for games Sunday, which I may rehash Torvash a little bit. Because he seems to fit more than all my other characters I've made. But yeah, I'll find out more about that tomorrow. Apart from that, DanaeKeener.com.
All right, and LB.
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me Mondays and Tuesdays here on the Indoor Adventures channel. On Wednesdays, you can find me on Damn It Barry's channel. We do Ghost of Saltmarsh, and I am playing a really cool Triton Druid thing. On Sundays, you can find me at 4:30 on with GB, our illustrious Greybeard's Tavern. On game nights, 2 G's and a K, and we are playing Monster of the Week on Sunday at 8 p.m. I am on Pro Restarters channel with RJ, and I play Ophi, the Medusa mad character who had a pretty fucked up week last week. DanaeKeener.com.
All right. And if you have made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you do not, hey fella, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. If you liked what we did, we have VODs that go up to our YouTube, which is also just /Indoor Adventures. And you can find us anywhere audio casts are available under the same moniker. We also have an after show that we do every time that we stream the show, which is Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from you guys, but also from each other, because sometimes I want to know what's going on in my sister's head about a scene I wasn't even there for. And Nights in the Courtyard allows a perfect opportunity to do just that. So you can get that through our Patreon at patreon.com/Indoor Adventures. But until then, that is our show. Thank you all for stopping by. Feel free to leave a review if you liked what you saw, and we will see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!
So-
DenaeKeener.com.
Thank you.
Thank